Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Thursday, the 7th of December. So, what we've got in store for today, let's have a look at the news events coming out today. I'm going to just click on here. Let's just get rid of this for a moment. Whoops. There we go. So I like to read what I want to read. So, what's happening then? Well, this morning, trade balance, etc., all these very low key figures out. There's Chinese data out this morning. German industrial production lower than expected, not really helping in some respects, but it hasn't made a lot of difference on the price levels here. They're not big movers. It's like the Halifax prices and etc. Not big movers. Where are we then? So what's not on here actually is the Bank of Japan is governor's been speaking. So I've got some data on that coming through, and we've got reaction on the charts at the moment. We've got initial jobless claims. That's the weekly figure, but tends to have a little bit more oomph on the non-farm payrolls week, but not a great deal here. Otherwise, it's really light in terms of data there. So a relatively quiet one ahead, which it seems like more of the same. We've had too many quiet ones of late. I'm just checking. It's just absolutely just devoid of. And there's not a well, we've got Bank of Canada speaker there, but not a great deal at all coming through. But what we do have, we've been seeing, which wasn't listed, was, as I say, was Bank of Japan's governor speaking. Anyway, before I get on to the Bank of Japan, let's have a look at the euro US dollar here, and coming out to the bigger picture. And we've been yesterday once again just managed to slide on further. I can boot this out the way now, this little regression channel. It's a tad worthless now. It's served its purpose. It's not worked. We've broken trend effectively. The structure of the market's changed. This original trend line coming up here has been broken. Lower highs, lower lows. It is quite messy. I mean, okay, it started changing last week and it's sort of just working its way through. I say messy, but we spent, I mean, look at yesterday. It was a horrible old day waiting for something to kick off. Talking about its quarterly pivot here. Well, it's testing the underside of it now on its daily pivot, but these pivots are so pinched. They were pinched yesterday and they're even more pinched, which make them a bit less effective. So really got to just see what's happening here on the weekly pivot, and I'd be looking for the S2 if we get a reversal from this at some point. I did say yesterday, don't jump into these markets too quickly, and it would have paid off as long as you didn't jump in too quickly on that Euro Aussie, which I liked yesterday. Anyway, pound dollar, just looking at the pound dollar here, same thing yesterday, drifted, eventually drifting off there. It took most of the day, and it wasn't until the sort of evening that it actually managed to get a sort of a rollover. So today we caught a bounce here. Could be coming to the bottom of this demand area. It's broken through it. It may be coming back to it again. I'll be watching this to see what happens. There isn't anything immediate that I want to be trying to trade on that. The US dollar yen then, so the yen's taken this big move down there. There's strengthening up against the US dollar, and this may have caused the knock-on effect through the other markets, but the euro, with the dollar just getting softer basically as dollar selling. What we're seeing here then, well, as I said, we've got Bank of Japan governor speaking there. They're talking about changing the interest rates potentially from well, it's actually minus 0.1. It might be 0 at the moment to plus 0.1. So watch out. Massive change there. Not So, but we're seeing the effect of it's not going to be a major move in real terms. However, we are seeing this continuation, but it's happened, so not a lot I can do on that at this stage. Aussie dollar is a bit more interesting, maybe for the upside. It's held into its monthly pivot. Was looking at it yesterday thinking, well, it might come down. We didn't come down to it yesterday. Couldn't even make it down to it yesterday. But it's all a bit of a mess, and again we're just seeing this bounce here, and we've got to be careful not to draw too much into this. If you look at it, it's on the underside of its daily pivot, and this too could just sort of fail as we run into the London session, European session, with more volume coming through. US dollar CAD, 3 days up now. Oil price is really not helping things. We've seen oil prices falling further. It's not helping the CAD at all, but well, there was a mildly hawkish comments yesterday. It's working its way to its daily pivot, but it's got high lows, high highs here. It's just not nothing there for me at the moment. New Zealand, it's the euro pound here, just not going anywhere. I'm just looking on an hourly basis on some of these. So the euro Aussie is the one I really fancied yesterday, and was waiting for it to break down. I said give it a little while, and there it is. It turned completely the opposite way. And then I thought, well, maybe it'll come back. I'd left the signal on there, or the alert on there, but it's not to happen at the moment. It's strengthened a little bit against the Aussie. Maybe we'll see a reversal this morning, but it just doesn't look good. My other sort of say favourite, but a pair I find that trade quite well is the Euro CAD, but this has gone all tightly choppy, quite tightening up here. At some stage I'm looking to see if we get a continuation to the downside, but it's certainly a case of not from here. It's quite messy. Okay, normally I would have found something. Euro New Zealand's not going to be too different. I just look at the pound, and it's just the way the markets have gone. I get a feeling that the non-farm payrolls tomorrow might just flush us out one way or the other a little bit, and either we'll see the US dollar continue to weaken, or we'll see a change and we'll get back into the original trends. Right, so not a great deal there, I'm afraid, this morning. I'll normally like to see something which is setting up, or got some hope of setting up, but it looks like it might be a sort of a longish morning, waiting for something to appear. Looking at the gold, let's have a look at gold on the dailies. So not really doing, again, consolidation where it's sitting at the moment. Oil's been off, continued the route off yesterday. There's me saying I'm not interested in it. Yesterday I didn't even look at what was catching in the afternoon, and looked back later, early evening, and to see it sort of okay, it's gone today then. Could get a continuation of this. The surplus of oil stocks, etc., or the increasing oil stocks, ain't going to go away quite in a day or so. So we could see a bit more of a continuation to the downside. Would be nice if it moved into the pivot to give me a short off the pivot. Doesn't always get back that far, as you can see back here yesterday. Didn't get all the way back to its pivot, but I'll keep an eye on it, and I'll put alerts on it again today. Right, S&P's third day down yesterday, was that? It's not third day down at all. So we had that in-betweeny, but it's not looking the brightest at the moment, but again, going to sleep here effectively. Yep, there's some movement intraday there. And there is some range. In fact, it's probably quite tradable if you're around and abouts and catching it at the right time, for sure. I mean, some people will like this. If you're using oscillating indicators, you might be catching an opportunity or two amongst that. But yeah, on the bigger time frame, from the swing point of view, it's not going anywhere at this stage. The DAX was looking a lot better yesterday. Continued, yeah, it just continued pushing up there yesterday into its monthly R1. Really solid movement there again, and well, it's just going up and up at this stage. Yesterday it just dropping off. We could see yet another push up there. Got to be a bit careful with this weakness here. It's sort of a failing move there. We could get another failure come through. Just need to watch it carefully as we move through the morning. But looking quite solid there at this stage. The FTSE much more choppy and ugly. As I said, it's just the constituents don't help the case for a continuation. It's an ugly old market at this stage. Right, I'm going to leave. Oh, I can't leave it there without, as I've been talking about it so much lately, going on looking and seeing Bitcoin just flatlining now here, which is good. If it can hold on, consolidate up here, for those that are long on it, it could be could get another shove if it can build up something like what we saw here, where it's tapping at the tops. We could see something more. Okay, I'll leave you there on that cheerful note. I wish you a great day's trading. If you're on YouTube and you've got questions during the day, just there's details below joining either my Discord or Telegram channels. Take care. Bye for now.